In this part of the training model, we are going to present a few practical applications. When running AquaCrop, you need to describe the environment in which the crop is cultivated. So we characterize the crop and the soil, and subsequently also the management, since it affects the crop-soil interaction. We need to specify the conditions at the upper boundary, the weather conditions, and at the lower boundary, the depth of the groundwater table. When running AquaCrop, we get output, which consists of the biomass and the crop yield for the given environmental conditions. Additionally, AquaCrop provides also a performance indicator, which is the ET water productivity. It is the amount of yield that can be produced per unit of water lost by evapotranspiration. When running AquaCrop, we can use it to understand crop responses to environmental changes by running it for dry weather conditions or for another field management. We can also use it to analyze the yield gap, in which we compare the actual yield versus the potential yield that can be obtained in that environment. We can also run AquaCrop to optimize the ET water productivity, for example, by changing the planting date or selecting another cultivar, by changing the field management or introducing deficit irrigation. We can also use AquaCrop to calculate the irrigation water requirement or for designing an irrigation schedule. By running AquaCrop for future weather conditions, you can calculate the effect of climate change on food production. We can also use AquaCrop for preparing scenarios for policymakers. Under the actual rain-fed conditions and with the moderate soil fertility in farmers' field, AquaCrop can calculate the grain yield which can be achieved. Subsequently, we can calculate what will be the production if soil fertility is non-limited, or what will be the production in the presence of irrigation. This will bring the yield to a high level and to a stable level, but will require a lot of water. Finally, we can find out what will be the yield under deficit irrigation. The yield will be lower, but also less water is required. There exists also a plug-in version of AquaCrop, which is the same as the AquaCrop software, but without an interface. We can link that AquaCrop plug-in software to other models, like an economic model, or to a geographic information system, or to an irrigation platform as in the Figaro project, or to an hydrological model where the discharge at the outlet at the watershed can be estimated.